friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Camilla Knit podcast. Today it is Friday, it's September the 20th, I think. I'm double checking. Yes, it's the 20th today. So welcome. It is a Friday around noon, and I am taking the day off. I spent this morning having coffee with a good friend of mine, and we just sat and knit for a few hours and had coffee, and that was very lovely. Then I had to run to the studio really quick because I needed to rinse some yarn. But that was the only work I did today. And now, of course, it's time to podcast. So welcome to my channel. It's a channel about knitting, about dyeing yarn, about living here in Denmark with my family and our two adult girls. They're 18 and 21 now, so they are not babies anymore. My name is Camilla. I am, do I dare to say that, 46 years old. And I live here in Denmark. So this channel is about mainly knitting and what I am knitting on and what kind of designs I'm working on. I don't design as much as I want to, but I'm still planning to do some new designs in the future. And then it's about dyeing yarn and whatever yarn I have dyed and all sorts of things regarding yarn and knitting. So welcome to my channel. This will be episode 90. And usually not usually, but I do have a studio where I work, and I share that location with my friend Tina. She's the owner of Socielde. And we actually agreed that on every 10th episode, she would join the podcast. But she is in Venice this weekend celebrating her daughter's 20th birthday. Happy birthday, Emma. So she's not going to join my episode today, but I do have something socially related. She's doing a beautiful advent that I will be talking about a little later. But let's get down to business. I have made a list of all the things I want to share, and I will start out with a normal episode. I will talk a little bit about what I have been knitting and what I am working on, but also I have a special something because today, later in the episode, I will launch the first episode of Can Camilla Knit Teach Her Brother How to Knit a Sweater? My brother Carsten is 5 years older than me, and he called me the other day and he said, I really want like a really cool guy's sweater, and I was thinking that I could knit it myself and maybe you could help me design it and I'll give you 50% of the sale. So we're working a little bit about the about royalties, but I said, sure, you can come out and I will teach you to cast on stitches and I will teach you how to knit and we'll take it from there. So today we will have the first lesson, the first episode of Camilla Knit Teaches Her Brother How to Knit. And it'll be at the end of the episode. And also because I was at Fanø last weekend, I have like a little 10 minutes footage of the festival at Fanø. So I think I'll just start out with a normal episode, then I'll introduce you to the knitting lesson with my brother, and then at the end we'll have 10 minutes from Fanø. So it will be probably a little longer episode, and you can divide that in any way you want to, but we'll have a little special events going on today, and I'm really excited about that. It was so much fun to have my brother here and teach him how to knit. So I hope you will enjoy. First things first, I finished something. I cannot brag about that every time I podcast. I usually do not have finished objects, but I do now. I have a finished blanket. I have talked about this before. I started this during Vlogmas last year. It is knit completely out of the entire advent calendar, all the minis, and I ended up with my main skein. So yeah, it's ready, and I did write the pattern, and I will just go through that shortly and make sure it's all ready for when you start to knit on your advents in December. So you can I'll just show you the blanket. This is the end. So I ended with the entire skein of this main skein, the 100 gram skeins that I usually, or at least often, a part of an advent kit. I chose my single ply merino for this, and mainly because the colors just pop a little bit more when you dye on single ply yarn. But this is how it looks. These two stripes are actually not the same, but I can tell that they are very much alike. But this is what it looks like. So all the stripes, and this is the corner, so where you start. So it's a corner to corner knit blanket. Very easy, very fun, and the pattern is more of a guide than it is, it's not to tell you exactly how many rows to knit, but it's more knit the entire skein and then go to the next skein. And of course I make sure that you will have enough yarn, so no need to worry about that. But I just love the idea of using every inch of yarn and not have a little bit of everything left. So but of course you can adjust. If you don't want the stripe to end in the middle of a row, you can do your own thing. But it's complete and I love it. It is, because I worked on a US 6 even for this fingering weight single ply yarn. It has this squishiness, and single ply yarn has a tendency to kind of fluff a little bit and take out its own space. So it's lovely and squishy, and I don't think the fabric is too open in any way. My favorite colors are from the last bit, so I have to open those up. All the moody colors that I really liked it. So I thought I was going to do another one this year, but now I just finished this, so I'm not gonna do my Hans Christian Andersen Advent this year. I'm not gonna do this pattern for that. I think I might have to think of something else, and I'm not done thinking about that yet. But it's complete, and the pattern will be released in time for Christmas. And maybe you saw that I posted a few pictures of this on Instagram when I was at Fanø. I just found that we just had the most beautiful little Airbnb house when we went to Fanø. I have some footage from that, and I just felt like I was in Hobbit World or something. It was just so cute. But yeah, you can tell when you see that later. Next finished object is my newly released sugar stripe socks. I always do sock patterns with an afterthought heel. That's just the heel I prefer to knit, and because it's my favorite heel, I do not feel any need to learn any other heels. You can buy the pattern and do your own heel, or you can just steal my idea and do this on whatever sock pattern you prefer. In my pattern that you buy, you get a tutorial on how to do the afterthought heel, how to pick up stitches, how to Kitchener stitch your toe, and also the exact count on how many rows to do for every size. And I think the smallest size is like I forgot. You can look that up. I'll put all the information in the box that you need. But these are called sugar stripe socks. I was so indecisive for a name, but because my original pattern for normal socks with an afterthought heel, I call those sugar socks. I just thought, well, this looks like candy anyway, so let's call them sugar stripe socks. And yeah, it's just a lovely sock. What I did, instead of using a normal plain sock yarn, and I said that in the last episode, I did use my new merino cash sock, which is just so soft and adds this little luxury to it. And because it's undyed and you only need 3 minis, I can keep the prices down a little bit. But I have kits available. I only have 1 kit left in this color, and once you see this, that might be gone. So I did another kit using these 3 minis instead, which you'll get the same effect, and I promise it'll be just as cute. And soon I'll be dyeing more minis. I just need to get all my advents dyed for my advent calendar. And once they're all dyed, twisted and packed, I will start to dye minis for the shop. I love to dye minis. It's so much work because you have to twist all these tiny ones, but I think it's fun. So I might have the color recipe for these minis for this set somewhere. and I can dye more. But if you cannot wait, you can always buy these ones, or maybe you have some leftovers somewhere, some scraps. Don't we all have a lot of scraps? And you can do your own thing. But they are out. They are released. They were released yesterday or the day before. I sent a newsletter the day before. You always get the news in advance if you subscribe to my newsletter. So all the newsletter subscribers got this on Wednesday, and they kind of snagged all the all the kits. So I only have one left, but we'll do more. And I have another color option now. So yeah, sugar stripe socks. I love them. And now that I have posted them everywhere, I get to wear them. Or maybe I should just knit myself a new pair and leave these in the shop. That's always the hardest part when I finish something. And the best idea is to keep it in the shop for people to look at, and they can tell that I didn't wear those and got them dirty or full of dog hair or anything like that. But sometimes I just really want to wear it myself. So it's always a little hard. I also the only thing I'm working on right now is a pair of socks that I showed you the last time that I'm not going to show you again, but I'm working on a pair of normal cuff down socks in my, like with an afterthought heel, no, just a plain vanilla sock in my mushroom from May. Is the line main, and I'm not going to show you that because I did that the last couple of episodes, and I still have not completed the second sock, but I will do that shortly. The merino cash sock base that I recently just got, I have only dyed it in 2 colors, and I think I might cast on a pair of socks for myself just to try this. Last year's Halloween box included this one, which is just like a unique one-of-a-kind fall color. But I did dye 2 new colors on my merino cash sock. One, and this is a cute story, this is on my new old honey plum colorway. And I'm in love with this color. The story is that we had an open house at the store a few weeks ago, and Maya came to visit, and she was knitting my yellow lichen rock shawl, and she had 3 skeins of yarn, and she said, "Can you see which one is yours that I have dyed in the past?" And I said, "Yes, I can tell that I dyed that one," and but I couldn't recall like the name or the occasion, and it turns out that it was a Halloween sock set that I did last year. And it's here. And so this is the kit from last year. And she just had the main skein, not the mini. And I said, well, that's a lovely colorway. And I was a little worried that maybe I didn't keep the recipe for this color. And I found 2 recipes in my book that did not have a name. And I tried to dye, I dyed the first recipe, and it turned out like this. So nothing like that I was going for this, and this came out. So pretty fast I could say, no, that's not the recipe. And then I was going through my book, and then I found the real recipe. So this one I called Mirabelle, because it's a plum kind of fruit that can go anywhere from orange to purple. So that is why it's called Mirabelle. And then when I found the real recipe for this, I think it has both the plum kind of color and also like a golden color. So I thought that honey plum was a good name for it. So I was really happy that I found the recipe for this, because now I have dyed it on my merino cash base, and also on my gold glitter base, and even on my, hold on, I did dye it on my single ply base as well, here. And I think I will be dyeing this on more, I will definitely be dyeing this on more bases. I am in love with this colorway. I love I really usually don't care too much for purple unless it's a really dark muted purple. And I don't care that much for orange unless it's like a cappuccino golden kind of orange, like a warm golden. But these two combined, I'm insane. I'm like obsessed. So I think I'll take the merino cash, and knit myself a pair of luxury socks for the fall. I am dying. I love this. As a hand dyer, of course, I will like most of my colorways. The ones that I love the most will stay. The ones that I don't love will eventually just fade out, and I will dye new ones. But every now and then I just dye something that just blows my mind. And this is actually one of them. I'm so happy about this colorway. Truly happy. So thank you, Maya, for showing me this colorway again and making me go back to the dye studio and look for this colorway. The Mirabelle colorway is more, the colors are more distinct. It's more of a purple and an orange. I still love it. It turned out I did it on my silk mohair. I did the Mirabelle on the silk mohair, and because silk mohair is not super wash, it takes the colors differently and slower. So this is what it looks like on the silk mohair. This is Mirabelle. Isn't it just gorgeous? I have a plan. Or actually it was not my plan, but I will tell you what happened. So yesterday we had at the studio, we had like a yarn bingo. So it was a usual knit night. We have knit nights every month. And Tina got this idea we should do like yarn bingo. So people come and they play bingo, and the prizes are yarn related or knitting related or even leather related, because they can win both my products and Tina's products. And yesterday we had knit night, and Maya, who challenged me to do this again, she was looking at my yarns, and she was kind of looking at great options for the MCAL, for Stephen West's MCAL that starts in October, I think. And she said, are you doing the MCAL? And I'm like, no, as a knitwear designer, I usually just prioritize to knit on my own stuff. And that's maybe a little too boring, and maybe it's also wrong of me to not prioritize the time to knit other designers' stuff. I could learn a lot, and also just to get out of my own head and just knit something that I didn't design. I did knit a Stephen West shawl last year in the winter, at my winter holiday, the Mirage, and I love it. And she said, why are you, well, maybe we should look at colors for you, and you can see if we should do the MCAL. And I think that I have decided that I'm going to do the MCAL. And this color, dark aubergine, is one of my favorite colors in the shop. I have never, it's not true, I did do a Saturday shrug in this colorway in my organic wool linen and a Suri alpaca that I adore. It's at the shop, so I can't show you. And I will take 2 of these in the dark aubergine, and I will do 2 of these in the honey plum colorway for the MCAL. What is not to like? And then I heard that there's something about a silk mohair dare. So I think my silk mohair dare is going to be this Mirabelle. So I think there's a beautiful contrast between these two. And I think that this silk mohair will go with either one of them, no matter what Stephen has us do with the mohair dare. So this will be my MCAL kit. And I only have 2 of these single in the dark aubergine, but if you want to do the same colors, I do not blame you if you want to copy this, because I think it's stunning. Don't worry, I have more. I don't have more, but I will dye more next week. That's a good challenge. It's good to have people challenging you sometimes. I am also going to be working on a vest version of my Mega Stripe sweater. I don't know if some of you saw that Tina did this little reel the other day, doing a little catwalk in her Mega Stripe vest that she did just by using my pattern for the sweater and not doing the sleeve, but doing something else. And I said, well, that's a good idea. I should just turn that into a pattern. But the makeup mohair is out of stock. I cannot get any until next week. So I think I will then decide on what colors to do a vest for myself. And I'm even thinking maybe I should just do it not striped, but just one color. I'm debating. Maybe I should do the striped version just to make sure about how much yarn you need. I'm 99% sure that if for the smaller size you just need one of every color, so one white and one contrasting, or just whatever colors you want to do, but 2 skeins. And for the larger sizes, the size number 2 and size number 3, you'll need 2 of each, just because one skein is barely, it's like enough but not enough. So you need 4. But anyway, I think I'll be working on that. I did write the pattern. I just need to knit it just to make sure everything is good. Yeah. What else? I have the new mushroom for September. It's looking like this. I will show you the picture of the actual mushroom here. The split gill mushroom. I think it is stunning. I brought 2 just to show you the colors. It's the only like neutral, muted colors of mushroom. The others were pretty colorful, but this, I really enjoy this. I think it's really, really subtle and pretty. And then I did some new colors in my Suri alpaca. I just did this yeah, what color is this? It's like a cold pink. It looks a little lavender on screen. I don't know if it will look lavender is on your screen. It has a pink, cold pink tone to it. It reminded me of like roses. So I was Googling what kind of rose would have these cool pink colors. And I saw that the Charles de Gaulle rose had this exact color. So this colorway is called Charles de Gaulle. Yeah. And I also did Suri alpaca in the famous blue colorway that I've shown before. So it is my plan to have, if not as many colors as I do in the silk mohair, but close. I really want to focus on the Suri alpaca. It is the perfect substitute for silk mohair. It is softer and it's not like scratchy around your neck. I still love silk mohair to death, don't get me wrong. But this is just the perfect alternative for those of you who think silk mohair is like scratchy. This is insanely soft. And the next design that I'm going to be working on, I will mix this Suri alpaca with my organic linen and I'll do like a lovely sweater is the plan. An off-shoulder sweater with maybe a turtleneck and split, what do you call that when it's split front and back at the bottom of the sweater. That's my idea. We will see. I really need to carve out some time to just relax and work on a new design. I would really love that. We have a beautiful fall coming. Lars and I have so many fun things that we're going to be doing. Next week we're going to a wedding in Copenhagen. Soon after that we have we're going to Rome with the girls, and in October, the late October, Lars and I will be going to Houston for a week. So I'm definitely bringing my camera for Houston. I'm pretty sure I will be doing a Camera Unit Goes to Houston just because I'm insanely excited. If you are from the area, or if you know something about Houston, is there any yarn store that I should not miss out on? If there is any yarn store in Houston that you could recommend that you think I should not miss out on, let me know. The only plan I have so far is that I want to go to, I forgot the name of the store, but I want to go get some cowboy boots. And then on the Sunday when we are there, we're going to an NFL game and watch football. And I'm so excited about that. I am a huge NFL fan. I love American football. I was a Titan fan. Yo, go Titans, because I was in Tennessee. I guess when we go to the ball game in Houston, I will be rooting for the Texans, because you know. Yeah, so that is extremely exciting. I can't wait. We are there because of Lars' work, so I am just there for the support. So I think I will have some time to film a little bit, and yeah, I don't know what to expect, except that I think it'll be amazing. I love the South, so I'm super excited to go to Houston. So let me know if you have any recommendations or things that you think we should not miss out on. Except for camera boots. I think that was all from my studio. I just want to let you know, before we go to Can Cammy Knit Teach Your Brother How to Knit? I will show you that episode in a few seconds. I just want to remind you that Tina's Advent, I'll show you a picture of the Advent here. It is a collaboration between different makers. So Tina, of course, will have some of her gorgeous leather work in the Advent. There'll be some of my yarn along with some patterns, and all the yarn that I dye for this Advent is only for the Advent, so you can't get it in the shop. And also she has, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, but she did a collaboration with a paper flower artist in Denmark. So I think there's some kind of something in there that she did. And she has another collaboration with the ceramics, so that I know there's something beautiful ceramics in there as well. It is a gorgeous Advent. I promise you that there's nothing in there that you don't want to have. It's only luxury products. Everything is handmade, and it's just so pretty. The pre-orders is open now at Tina's web shop. I will put the link down below. I'll put a picture of the Advent here. I also just want to say that if you recognize the box, if you're from Denmark, maybe some of you have seen this box before. It is, it used to belong to the yarn store called knitwear. That store closed, and Tina loves to reuse materials from other, like, you know, she does the leather work that she does is leftover leather from the furniture industry in Denmark, like design furnitures in Denmark, and it's perfect in her brand that she will reuse something that someone else cannot use. So it's not the inside of the Advent is not the same as it was when she showed that in her yarn store last year. It's just the box that has been, Tina bought those boxes from her just to use the materials that has already been made. So it's not a Knit We Do product, it is a Socialde, Camille Knit and others products. It's only the box that has been given a new life. And it's not that it has been reused, because it has never been used before. It's just leftover Advents from her store. That's what it is. Enough about that. The box is here. It's gorgeous. There's a link down below to Tina's store. Of course, it's a collaboration between Tina and I and other makers, but it's mainly Tina's project. She's in charge of gathering all the stuff for the Advent, and it is a four deals, 4 presents Advent. So it is designed for every Sunday leading up to Christmas. You open another box. Just to clarify, my Advent is a 24 mini skein Advent and a 100 gram skein Advent. Okay, let's go see if my brother is able to cast on some stitches, and after that I will return and say a little thing about Fanø. But yeah, let me introduce you to my brother Carsten, and let's see if he can cast on stitches. Hello friends, and welcome to a very special episode of the Camille Knit podcast, because today my brother is visiting, and he called me the other day and he said, can you teach me to knit? And can you help me design my own sweater? Yes and yes. I am a former teacher, so I guess I would be exactly the right person to teach him how to knit. But let's see. I'll go get my brother, and I found him some yarn and some knitting needles, and we will see what will happen. So I just asked him before I went into the office, can you even cast on stitches? And he said no. So we are starting from scratch, you guys. And I'm hoping that this little series of episodes of Camille Knit Teach Your Brother How to Knit will end up with my brother wearing his own home knit sweater. But we'll see. I brought my brother. And I just gave him these needles, and he said, aren't these for socks? This is a pretty big circumference for a sock.
I think that's a fair question.
Yeah, it's a fair question. Okay, I have needles. You have needles.
I prefer to call them drumsticks.
Okay, you have drumsticks. You can't drum on that. That makes a bad sound. You have yarn. Okay, now, rule number one, not rule number one, but lesson number one is teach you how to cast on stitches. And you have never done that before?
No.
Okay. You do what I do. Take your yarn and make a little loop. Okay.
And put it in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you tighten it, so you pull them.
Yeah.
You have to show the camera. Yeah, and then, yeah, great. Now you divide the yarn, so you put 2 fingers in here. Stick your fingers in from this side. And then with your 3 other fingers, you grab the remaining yarn, like both of them. Yeah, both of the strands. Okay, and then you pull down inside your hand a little bit. Yeah! Okay, now you're ready. So now you're gonna cast on stitches. Usually I tell my students...
But no, but you have, you do that with your middle finger.
Yeah, just to hold it tight a little bit. Okay, so what I tell the kids is that you have to think this is a lake. So you jump up the lake to grab a bird and drag the bird down into the lake.
This one?
Yeah, remove your thumb. And then you tighten a little bit. That doesn't look that doesn't look completely right.
Yeah, but you do something else with that one.
Okay, so for some reason I have a little yarn on my...
Do that, then there's a secret.
What?
And do that.
What is this finger called? You can't say that on YouTube. Go up the lake, grab a bird and down and remove your thumb.
And then 2 fingers again, blah blah.
Yeah, blah blah.
And into the leg and over the top. And what did you?
Yeah. Hallelujah. Okay, I'll film you do that. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then you can pull it a little bit tighter so you don't have that much space. Yeah. And then you go, exactly, just like that. And you do like 10.
And then repeat 100,000 times and you have a sweater.
Yeah, exactly. And yours is very much like this, and that's not good. But it's okay for now. But just the next one you do, make a little space. It's just just a millimeter or so.
But this is to be a sweater.
Yeah. Then you have to
I cannot have this around my stomach. I know that.
No. But then we'll just use a longer. But you're not gonna knit this sweater today. Now we're just gonna teach you to knit.
No. Okay.
Did you think you would have a sweater today?
Yeah. Not tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, tomorrow. He said, I have 15 minutes. Can you teach me to knit in 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now you have a few stitches. You wanna learn how to knit your stitches? Or you just wanna cast on? Okay, so now you knit.
To learn how to knit the stitches, what am I doing?
Now you're just casting on stitches.
Oh.
Yeah, so now you need to knit. You're actually knitting, Carsten.
I know that.
How's it going?
Well, if I want
Are
to,
you very concentrated?
I can take you out of
Look how concentrated.
I can take you out of business in a month if I want to.
So you're going to be a knitting designer now?
With a very, very small sweater.
But did you drop the stitch?
Me.
Yeah, okay, so you just pick it up just like that. Perfect. So your plan is to actually design your own sweater, and you want me to teach you how to knit that sweater. Yeah, is that the plan?
Yeah, if you don't want to knit it.
No, I can teach you how to knit it. I don't know what takes the longest though. Maybe it would be easier if I just knit it for you. H.
Oh. Do it again.
I see. Inspection. I need to grade. Well, yeah, it's not. For the first time, I'm actually pretty impressed.
It's not an A plus, but an A.
You passed. Hasn't that always been enough for you?
Okay, I passed, then you do it.
No, but because this is knitting. What you did now is knitting. See, so this is how you knit, and in Danish we call that ret. But you also need to know how to purl. In Danish we call that vrang. How to purl. How you go from behind. Because you want the knit stitches to be on the same side. And this is the same thing, just backwards. See? Can you tell that they look different here?
Mm-hmm.
And when you purl,
I don't want them to look different.
Oh, then you can just knit on both sides. But then if you want to knit in the round, when you knit your sweater, it's easier to knit like this. And when you knit in the round, you're going to do this the whole time.
But I'm not going to knit in the round because they won't fit.
It's true. We'll have to find a longer wire so you can have a bigger sweater.
Yeah. Can I just show your followers how bad you are at plants?
I don't understand the problem.
Oh, the plant do. It needs water.
Yeah. Well. Okay, so I purled. I know he's my big brother, but he's really much more like a little brother. Okay, so I purled one side for you, so now you can knit again this side.
So we actually share this one. You purl and I knit.
Yeah. That should actually be a great name for a new knitting podcast with you and I.
Purl and knit.
Purl and knit.
I'm fast now, you see?
Yeah, you actually are.
Hmm.
Pretty impressed.
I just thought I was using this one.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I think maybe it's in our genes, being good knitters. Perfect! You wanna purl the next row?
I don't know what to do.
Put the yarn over your finger the same way. And then go in from the behind. No, you have to take the yarn first. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And then you do the same. Go that way around.
This way?
Yeah.
I did two in one take.
Or maybe I can just do like this.
And what now? The same again?
Yeah, but go from the... You have to take the yarn first, behind the yarn, and then inside... from... Yeah. No. Yes, and then you go in... Yeah, exactly. From the right side of the stitch.
And then...
It's a little hard. And then you hold it with your finger and then you take it down the stitch.
Are you sure this is correct?
No. Look at what I'm doing. Oh, I lost a stitch.
I don't think this is right.
It's because you're knitting. It's because it's a little too tight, maybe. I cast them. I don't know what this is. Aye. Okay, so this was the end of the first lesson of teaching my brother how to knit. So you can cast on stitches and you can knit, and you can definitely not purl.
No, I'm not born to purl.
So how do you feel? Do you still wanna pursue your dream of knitting your own sweater?
Yeah, but it's not gonna contain any purling, I think.
Okay, so we're gonna knit a sweater. We're not gonna purl a sweater.
No, yeah.
Good. So the next time you will see my brother, we will be casting on some more stitches, knitting a little bit more, and maybe your homework for the next time will be to... I don't
have any homework.
Yes. Your homework will be to draw something or show me some pictures of the kind of sweater that you want to knit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your homework. And when will we do
and then your homework will be to knit it.
No.
Or purl it. Oh.
I'm not going to purl your sweater. Okay, so the next time we will see each other, we will do lesson number 2. And when will that be?
I don't know.
We will be together in October when we're going to the thing with Mom and Dad, so maybe we could do lesson number 2 there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can come to my house. We can sit in the orangery.
We can sit in your orangery, which is a huge greenhouse with 2 cats and a dog.
Mm.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode with my co-star, my brother. Of course they did. See you. Bye.
Finally some good content in this podcast. Yeah.
Finally good content. Absolutely. Okay, see you guys. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
So this was a Wednesday evening well spent with my brother. I was actually amazed by how fast he actually was able to cast on the stitches and eventually knit the stitches. I think there's some muscle memories from when we were kids. We were taught how to knit by our grandmother. I think Carsten was maybe also taught how to knit in school, but I don't know for sure. But I could tell that there was something that was in the back of his mind, a memory somewhere, that he knew what to do instinctively. Anyway, this was a very fun moments we had together, my brother and I did of course edit it because it was a long we just pushed play on the camera and we were sitting there for 20 minutes or so. So I tried the best I could to just kind of cut out all the chit-chatting that is not in any way fun to look at. And I will do lesson number 2 when I meet with him in the beginning of October. And I will bring knitting needles and yarn, and I will film him knit a little bit more. And we will see how that goes. And maybe I will actually bring him needles and yarn to take home so he can prepare. He's not too fond of homework. He has never been too fond of homework. But I think this might be a little bit different. So next thing is Fanø. It's approximately 10-15 minutes of me and Mette working at the booth with Tina, and also just walking around Fanø, enjoying the festival, and that's it. And when that is over, it's all over, so I will not be returning. So I hope you will enjoy this footage from Fanø, and I will be back here at the channel in 2 weeks from now. So take care. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys. Bye. Good morning, friends. It is Friday, September, I think 13th or 12th. I just want to say good morning. As you can see, I have arrived here at beautiful Fanø, and I have booked this Airbnb in the most beautiful street. It's so slim that no cars are allowed, and you can see all the houses look like this, which is the authentic, typical Fanø style of houses from the, I think, 1840s or something, so they are really old. And there's no wind, and it's a little cool. You can see the sun is about to rise. And I just want to sit out here and have my first cup of coffee, and do some knitting. I will speak in a low voice because it's really, really early. But I just want to say welcome to Fanø. We're going to do, mainly me, I'm going to do a little vlog while we're here, and the festival opens today at 10, so I have a couple of hours, or 3 or 4, to just have a little knitting time. We set up the booth last night. I didn't do any footage of that because we were just insanely busy catching the boat on time and just having everything ready before they closed the venue down at 7. So yeah, we're really busy. But it's all set. I'll show you that a little bit later. First, it's time for coffee and knitting. So we are ready. Had breakfast, had coffee, Fanø is just as gorgeous as it always is. And we are now heading to the festival. And we'll meet Tina there. She arrived this morning. I think she got up at 4 or something. So we're just going to go there and check out everything. And I will do some footage from there before everyone arrives. So you can see what all the vendors look like. And I'm waiting for Mette. She's in charge of keys, because if I have the responsibility for keys, I'll just probably lose them. So she's responsible for the keys to the house, and I'm responsible for the keys to the car. So that's how we divide and conquer. Are you ready, Mette?
Yes.
Let's go. So we are about ready, except for Tina, because she is always last minute. And Tina is almost ready. Are you ready, Tina?
Yeah.
In 5 minutes, maybe. Okay, let's go for a walk. Morning, we are ready for day 2. Today it is Sunday. Mette is eating breakfast. I'll keep her behind me. Saturday, September 14th. And we are ready for the last day at the festival. Actually, the last day, I will have a booth, and tomorrow we will just be tourists and go to Sønderho. Ready for day number 2, and people are starting to arrive, so it's perfect. My friend Johan is ready. I am ready. Tina is ready. Mette is ready. Everyone is ready. Two happy girls. Done with work. So we're done. We have packed the car. We did good.
Yes, we did.
Mette was such a good help. And so now we're off from work. So we're going to go for a little walk through the town of Nordby and see what happens. And then tomorrow we'll go to Sønderho. So I'll just bring the camera and film maybe a little bit and maybe not that much. We'll see. We are done. Everything is packed down and we're ready to go. So now we'll go to Sønderho and just have lunch there and explore a little bit, and then it's time to go back home.